Alright, so today I am taking two problems from day 103, the mixed numbers and grids worksheet, not the homework sheet, but the one that just says mixed numbers and grids, and I'm going to choose two different problems and show you area model and standard algorithm. So let me go ahead and start off with this problem. It is 6 3/5 minus 2 7/10. I'm going to start off with standard algorithm. And a lot of people think that standard algorithm is simpler, but it can sometimes have just as many steps and take just as long as the area model. So, like I've been telling you in class, most of the time when I am subtracting, I like to put my numbers vertically, and that way I can see what my common denominator is going to be and the progression of how I got it. So in this case, I realize that my common denominator is going to be what? Anybody know?
No.
10. The common denominator is going to be 10 because it is a shared multiple of both 5 and 10. In this case, all I did was multiply this 10 by 1, so I'll multiply the 7 by 1, and it'll keep it the same. Here, I multiplied 5 times 2, which means I have to multiply the numerator times 2, and I'll get 6. Now, when I see this problem, I notice that I can take 6 minus 2, but I cannot do 6 minus 7. So one option that you have is to make it mad. And for those of you that have forgotten, make it mad means to multiply, add, and keep the denominator. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to put my symbols where they need to go to remind myself. I'm also going to go ahead and bring over my whole number and my denominator. Oh, I don't need the whole number. I'm going to go ahead and bring over the denominator since I know I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to start at the top. 10 times 6 is 60, and 60 plus 6 is 66. 10 times 2 is 20, and 20 plus 7 is 27. And now I'm left with 66 tenths and 27 tenths, and I can subtract like I normally would. So let me just go ahead and subtract. 6, I'm going to make this a 5, and this becomes 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. 5 minus 2 is 3. So that'll give me 39 tenths. I cannot leave this as an improper fraction. So what I need to do is I need to convert it to a mixed number, and I do that by dividing. Again, if you're having a hard time being able to do that using mental math, you can say 39 divided by 10, which is basically what an improper fraction is. 10 goes into 39 3 times. 3 times 10 is 30. I subtract and have 9 left over. And remember that my student a couple of years ago showed me that you can circle the outside numbers and make your check backwards. And this becomes your whole number. This becomes your numerator. And this becomes your denominator. So my final answer would be 3 9/10. And I know that this is in simplest form because 9 and 10 are side by side on the number line. And so we call that a side-by-side fraction. So that is doing a subtraction problem that involves regrouping using standard algorithm.